Hi, welcome to my official predictions for UFC 271, Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker, fight number two. The previous fight which happened, it happened in 2019, where Israel Adesanya was challenging Robert Whittaker for the middleweight title, and he won it in a very dominating fashion. Before we go there, let me tell you about a couple of fighters who I'm looking forward to. The first one is the debut for Blood Diamond. This guy has been a champ in a different arena in a different fighting sport before, and this is the first time he's stepping into the UFC. He's also a teammate of Israel Adesanya in City Kickboxing, which is in New Zealand, and apparently he's a very big prospect. And Israel himself says that he that is Blood Diamond is a much better fighter than him when Israel stepped into his debut tournament in UFC. So we look forward for Blood Diamond. And also Carl Zolberg. He's a light heavyweight contender here. Very prospective guy, very talented person. Again from New Zealand. So there are three people coming and fighting out of New Zealand from the same fighting camp. Uh, that is Kickboxing. So huge prospects. Should look forward to these two guys. Talking about Derek Brunson versus Jared Cannonier, this is going to be a banger of an event. Derek Brunson's probably one of the last fights for many announced that there will be only two fights he'll be fighting. So this will be one, then maybe another one. And he's in the mindset that the other one which we'll fight, the last one which he would fight, will be for a title fight against Israel Adesanya. So it's like a picking match. This match is, but I think the challenge which he faces with Jared Cannonier is huge. Jared Cannonier is a beast. He was once upon a time a heavyweight contender. Now he has dropped down to weight categories, and now he's fighting out of the middleweight category, and he is very powerful. His leg kicks are very powerful, and especially his takedowns. If somebody can actually try taking him down, I think he can just overpower and lift the opponent away from him. So it will be a difficult challenge for Derek Brunson, especially because he's facing a very powerful opponent. And also, probably when he tries to go for the double leg takedown, which is usually his style, where he fakes, feints, and then goes for double leg takedown, might not work very well with Jared. The one way he can probably take advantage of Jared would be to make him miss a lot and probably get him to a corner or probably to the cage and try to inculcate these takedown techniques. If he can hold him down for the 3 rounds, he can try to score a decision victory, but I think it will be a second round knockout favoring Jared Cannonier. So I'm going with Jared Cannonier. Coming to the co-main event, which is Tai Tuivasa versus Derek Lewis. About Tai Tuivasa, what probably he can inculcate because he's fighting somebody who's in top five and he himself is 11th. So he would probably fight a smarter fight. He would try to attack Derek's legs. He would try to irritate Derek, when he's starting to miss. So Derek usually gets tired in the first or second round. So I think he would go for a smarter play for the first round, will not stand and bang. He would probably try to take the fight towards the second round. By the second round end, or probably by the third round beginning, is when Taito Wasa will let his hands loose. But he has to be extremely careful because even a small error for Derek Lewis will be in favor of Derek Lewis, and he might easily just try. He'll put Taito Wasa down if he makes a mistake. But I'm going for Taito Wasa because if he wins, he'll be shot into the the stardom. He'll be just shot in stardom. He'll be like a huge prospect in the heavyweight category. So I think that when he comes there, we need a person like Taito Iwasa to come in. So I'm going with Taito Iwasa. But Derek Lewis, he can just win the whole match within the first round. Main event: Israel Adesanya versus Robert the Reaper Whittaker. This time he's trying to focus more on his boxing skills because the only way to win against Adesanya apparently is maybe try to outstrike him or maybe try to score by points, because every other way he's been seen that he's better than his opponents in every other way. Even his takedown defense is huge. Even try to hit him is very difficult. One thing which I think Robert Whittaker will take advantage of is uh, that every time if there is a looping punch or probably try a straight jab which comes towards him, he usually leans back, leaving his lower abdomen and his legs open. So I think Robert will try to attack the legs, especially the outer leg, the thigh portion of Israel Adesanya. Maybe a little more kicks towards the calves and within the interior of the knees. Oblique kicks to the knees will be really helpful because he'll try to slow Adesanya down. Trying to push Adesanya to a cage and trying to take him down is the worst thing you can do. So I'll probably try to keep the engagement within the center of the octagon. So both of them will try to take control of center of the stage. So it will be a very sort of a chess strategic match, trying to score points, trying to score, by the decision victory. And Robert has a huge task on his hands because he's taking the belt away from the champion, and to take it away from the champion, he has to be a the victory has to be decisive. It should be either a KO or it should be like a really good performance all the rounds, probably, I would say, because Israel Adesanya will just score points like nobody's business. He is thinking to inculcate more boxing into his game. Wild guess over here. I feel Israel's surprise factor would be that he will try to inculcate takedowns himself. He will try to take Robert down, and he'll try to do ground and pounds on him. Mark my words. If that happens, it will be a fourth or fifth round KO favoring Israel Adesanya. I'm going with Israel Adesanya for the victory. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Take care.